Welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Others and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. We're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, and all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. And that, certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something we pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. McBride passes to Towns. It's hauled in by George. Wizards leading by 11. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. From past the arc. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. For New York, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Robinson with it. Now guarded by Smart. Robinson kicks to Anunoby. No good, unable to end this run. Washington's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Joke had no time at all on that run. Koulibaly's got 6.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So both teams making some changes here. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You look at Czar. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Well, let me look at you. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
Well, you can't work as hard as Shams does without be that plugged in.
And another miss by Washington.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Doesn't get any easier for Achua. Once he's got positioning he wants inside, he'll look to dunk everything.
Here's Poole. That one's off. Still out of sync. Knicks trail by 9. Pass to Achua. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
5 to shoot. Brunson with a clean look. The three-pointer off the mark. Near the three-point line, it's Poole. And so it's the Washington Wizards heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside.
Lots of in there.
Thanks very much. Tibbs going against a high-powered offense.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Big Diesel, Kenny the Jet, Ernie Johnson here. But before we dive into the scintillating analysis of the first half, let's check out the power rankings.
You know, right now for the Wizards, they're in that #1 spot for a reason. Playing well as a team, making it look easy. Definitely the team to beat right now, guys.
Going to take a lot to knock them out that top spot. Until then, this is their league.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Wizards.
Let me start out by saying, if you make it here, like both these teams have, the whole league and NBA fan base is checking you out, and I know what the feeling is like.
You know, Shaq, I think I need more Shaqronyms in my life. How about OFC? You know what that is, big fella? Okra and fried chicken. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Here we go. Second half of the 2024 NBA Cup semifinal round. Coming to you live on 2K. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Wizards leading by 7. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. They've got OG Anunoby. Hart is out there with Towns. Then it's Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
D.A., it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. That's good from Poole.
And Jordan Poole has stepped onto the NBA stage and not ever backed down from a challenge. He plays with tremendous confidence.
It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Brunson.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Brunson against Poole. On the wing, Bridges. He has yet to score. Rebounded by the Wizards. Sarr's got 4 rebounds in this game. Champagnie passes to Poole. Middleton outside. There's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got 6 here in this quarter.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. Jordan Poole on top. Malcolm Brogdon is second.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
Brunson against Poole. Towns down low. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Bridges, no one around him. New York, no good that time either.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Pass to Brunson. Shoots over Poole. And Brunson, the basket on the assist by Hart. 14 points here for Jalen Brunson. And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Here's Poole. Misses off the right iron.
With nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And this one, they get to host the Hornets. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. So we'll see Jordan Poole go to the line here. That one goes on Anunoby. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. That's good from Poole. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
And Brunson gets it to go.
You would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
There's the triple. That shot off. Knicks trail by 17. Pass to Hart. Good defense by Poole. On offense, here are the Wizards. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Champagnie. Good on the triple. Champagnie's got 5.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Smart against Brunson. Outside, Towns. It's deflected.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Over to the wing. Outside, Smart. Here's Champagnie. No good from outside.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And here's Poole for 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
As much as you like Jalen Brunson, he believes in himself more than you do. Confidence translated.
Here's Poole. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 5 assists in the game.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Brunson kicks to Bridges. And he banks in the layup. Bridges has got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
The 3 from Poole. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Wizards. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Just 1 quarter left in this 2024 NBA Cup semifinal. George is out there with Holmes. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Smart. And it's Coulibaly in at the 3. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. In the corner, it's Brogdon. From the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Wizards lead by 19.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy ones.
Brogdon the pass to Holmes. Back to Brogdon. Fires the 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Here's Payne. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. McBride passes to Towns. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And you think about rookies coming into the NBA, it seems, Brent, that veterans are a little bit easier on the rookies now than they were in the past.
I think we romanticize, Kevin, a lot of those stories that we heard from the old days about veteran players giving it to the younger players. And certainly that's going to happen, especially at the beginning of the season. But these guys have known each other for a long time, and these friendships and bonds have started from years ago. So a little bit less and less. It's still fun to poke at the rookies, just a little bit.
Knicks trail by 21. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Washington's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Brogdon scanning the floor, sinks the three-pointer. Brogdon's got 9 points now in just the second half.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Payne dishes to Towns. High, arcing shot. It's hauled in by George. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Smart. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And Towns throws it down.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Coulibaly up top. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Smart. Those three-pointers off the mark. The Knicks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And he makes that one.
Yeah, OG not an elite playmaker, but let's face it, if it's open, you got to move it. That time, getting the assist.
Pass to Brogdon. Takes the 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Towns against George. And again, it's New York.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
In the corner, it's Brogdon. Launches a 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Washington.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3. It just seemed to pay off for him.
And so this is going to end up as victory. Stands out, of course, in this one. It was a dazzling game for Malcolm Brogdon.
He was everywhere. Defense from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Payne looking around. Robinson a screen on Smart. Payne's shot is good.
At this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
For three, Brogdon. It's rebounded by New York. Anunoby passes to Payne. Outside, Towns. It's hauled in by George. Brogdon outside. That's the good.
And kind of calls for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They've moved their way through the east side of the bracket and are headed for the final game of the NBA Cup.
Yeah, just one game. Winner takes all. You know they're going to be bringing that competitive fire. They want to be the ones hoisting that cup.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Malcolm Brogdon.
What's up, guys? This is T-Mac, and you're watching 2K.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for LaMelo Ball.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Green out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Williams in at the 5 spot. And for the Wizards, we've got Jordan Poole. Chris Middleton is out there with Sarr. And it's Champagnie at the power forward position. And in the front end of the back-to-back, what's important?
The BA, most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win. Don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
Sarr passes to Poole from outside the arc. Buries it from 3.
And Poole is a guy that feels very comfortable operating beyond the arc.
Pass to Bridges. Miller on the wing. Offensively, he's been a force. He's putting up around 19 points a game. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Here's Poole. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Poole's got 5 now.
When Poole gets this close, he knows to go for it. He's not going to waste the chance at all.
Bridges outside. Back to Ball. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Champagnie.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you got to match his. He gives the team, I think, a nice edge in being able to perform on a consistent basis.
And it's Washington with the ball. Following the bucket by the Hornets.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Miller, following the score by Washington. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And that one's good. Poole.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. George, he's checked in for Champagnie. Ball outside. Miller outside from downtown. It's rebounded by George. Washington leading by 8. The kick out to Poole. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Miller. And Charlotte, another 3.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Here's Poole. The rebound by Bridges.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Pass to Williams. And here's Miller. Here's Bridges, guarded by Poole. That's good from Bridges on the assist from Miller. Bridges has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, he's very dependable from that area. So Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking when he gets the ball in this space.
A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Green. Smith, he's checked in for Miller. And it's Mann in for Ball.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now here's Poole. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Count it.
And this is Poole at his very best, scoring at an unrelenting pace.
36 seconds left in the opening quarter. For three, Smith. And it's Poole with a rebound.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
Tremendous strength by Poole right there. Just pushing past the contact.
Smith inside. He's off on the layup. Here's Carrington. He's guarded by Mann. Pass to Carrington. For three. Hits a three-pointer.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Quite a position here for the Wizards to be in. What do you think, guys?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Malcolm Brogdon out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's George. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Champagnie at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Alex. Now here's Ball. Williams from long range. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And Nurkic with the block.
Showing off the timing and awareness defensively. Better think twice before challenging Nurkic.
Here's Mann. Off the mark there with a 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. Washington again can't hit. Hornets trail by 10. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Nurkic. Williams up top. Pass to Mann. 6 to shoot. Back to Williams. To the paint. Ball with a steal. Lets a 3 fly. Smart grabs a miss.
It's just so hard to score in this league, especially when you're out of rhythm. You got to feel for him tonight.
And the creative LaMelo Ball. Anytime he touches the rock, Clark, you expect a highlight reel play. How fun is he?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. He's so uber creative, and he's got a flash and a flair to his game, but he's highly skilled and fundamentally sound, too. That's the one part that sometimes can be lost amidst all the flash, but he's a fun guy to watch, too. That's for sure. Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Outside man. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And Ball gets it to go.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. A new lineup here for Washington. A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Williams is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Bridges comes in for Williams. Green's checked in for Jeffries. And Brandon Miller subbed in for Mann.
Putting his head down and going for what he wants. Just a nice, assertive drive by Poole.
Green with a screen on Poole. The three from Ball. That doesn't go either for Ball.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And what a slash by Poole. Just knifing inside with ease.
Hornets trail by 16. There's Ball with a three. Oh, Ball so dangerous from the perimeter.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Poole. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Williams. Outside, Green. Pass to Williams. And he banks in the layup. Williams has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Here's Poole. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. Charlotte's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Bridges. Ball outside. And Ball throws it down.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on it.
Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Miller. Sarr pulls it in. Washington leading by 9. Bay finds Poole. From the arc. Look at Poole showing the range.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
Now Ball. 26 points for him last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And his court vision was sensational as well. He was making all the right decisions.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
Poole. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Poole's got 29.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
What a performance for Jordan Poole. He's been the story for Washington. A tremendous offensive output. He's got 29 tonight. We'll be right back after this word.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Hornets.
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One of the stories here, Jordan Poole. Man, is he getting it done today.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the floor for Charlotte, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Green. And it's Williams in at the 5 down low. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone. But the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got his 4th rebound in this one. Poole shot is off. Hornets trail by 12. Here's Ball. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Here's Poole. Poole gets it in close.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Ball no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. And it's Poole with the ball for Washington. At one point, they led by 16.
Okay, Jordan Poole, for getting up there and slamming it down.
Hornets trail by 13. Ball outside. Out to Bridges. Count the basket. Bridges has got 8.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
And he gets the bucket.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul. Man, he's checked in for Green. Miller, the pass to Williams. Ball outside. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Oh, pretty teardrop from Poole.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Here's Bridges. And it's blocked. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
And Washington making a change here. George is checked in. We've got 1:48 left in the third.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Here's Poole. Uses the glass on the layup. Poole's got 41.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
The Hornets pull it in. After this game, they can look forward to Philadelphia, where they'll match up against the 76ers. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. And Ball gets it to go.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Poole for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Poole's got 15 points here in the second half.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give him the ball and let him go to work.
Ball finds Williams. Miller with it. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Takes the 12-footer and hits it.
Looking quite comfy from the mid-range. I like seeing Miller look to score from here.
Poole outside. Hits the jump hook. Poole's got 46.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Drills it from deep.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Pass to Coulibaly. Fires for 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Ball. Oh, he missed the chippy right there.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Washington, leading by 17. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Sadiq Bey out there with Rashawn Holmes. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Brogdon in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Ball. Clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Here's Curry. And Bey pulls it down.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Brogdon from outside fires in the triple.
Brogdon knows he has the touch from there, so he's very comfortable launching the 3 ball.
Hornets trail by 20. Outside man. Nurkic a screen on Smart. Goes up at the stripe. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim. Ball's got 11 in the second half.
Hey, the mid-range can be touch and go for Ball, but he takes a nice, smooth shot that time.
Outside Coulibaly. Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Ball outside. Back to man. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time.
Timeout.
Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Start it. It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Poole. And it's flushed down. Nice jam.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Ball against Poole. Ball no good. Washington leading by 21. The drive by Poole. Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Here's Ball. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball can get almost anything he wants in there because of that size.
Poole shot is off.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Green for 3. Pure from 3-point range.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Earlier they held a 23-point lead.
Hey, just a tough play by Poole. having to fight through the defense.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Wizards?
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
Free throw good. Poole.
Yeah, you have to admire the confidence that Poole plays with. He wouldn't be where he is without it.
He's off on the second. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The Stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still balance to be struck.
Now that's how you use the screen right there. And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Wizards.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And this will go down as win number 25 for them this year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and we're going to be seeing them that often.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jordan Poole.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Good chance here for Ball. Sarr pulls it in.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
35 seconds left in the fourth. No good, off the front rim. High post Green. Out to the wing. And he's going for the oop here. Sarr passes
backcourt
to Poole,
violation.
and the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's man, defended by Smart. So we see the Wizards taking the W here, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jordan Poole.
Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd. And tonight's no different. Some confident greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from... And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
And now Washington's starting group. They've got Chris Middleton. Koulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Sarr, and it's Champagny in at the 4. Pass to Poole. Wizards passing it around. Beyond the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
What did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Poole, no good. Bucks are gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8", with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential. Jordan Poole says, I might be slight of frame, but I've got enough toughness to absorb this contact.
Antetokounmpo. And that one hits back iron. For Washington, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Poole gets it to go. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And the 3 off target. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. The drive by Poole. Drops in the layup for 2. Poole's got 8 points.
Off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 5. Watch out.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. The 3. And the 3 ball is good.
A downright lethal 3-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
George is checked in for the Wizards. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Jordan Poole on top.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
The Wizards have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Lets it go from deep. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And another 3 from Milwaukee.
And one of the most prolific three-point marksmen in league history, Logo Lillard, has unlimited range.
Here's Poole. The rebound by the Bucks. 1:27 left to play here in the first. Floats it up for Giannis. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
And now a developing story in the NBA. Let's now go live to Shams Charania, who is checking in with the details. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Today, the story about the Detroit Pistons in the trade with the New York Knicks. They've made an aggressive move to bring in Mitchell Robinson He can protect the rim, and he can get out on shooters. He just has so much energy on that side of the floor. It changes what you can do defensively, and that by itself can make all the difference.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Sims is checked in. Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo. Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Jackson. Milwaukee's shooting their first free throws of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Livingston's checked in.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
And Poole gets it to go.
So if I'm the defense, I'm thinking Jordan Poole is on a roll and I need to turn off the water.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Trent on the wing, defended by Kispert.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Poole, no good. And so Lillard will bring it up to the Bucks. And it's Trent in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Poole. And he gets the bucket. Poole's got 15.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the five for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post position. Porter is out there with Gary Trent. And it's Green in at the three, the small forward. Down low, here's Champagne. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
If you want to talk about an NBA player who has poise and vision, that's Malcolm Brogdon doing work with the pass. That is nicely done.
Here's Antetokounmpo, buried from 15 feet out. He's got 8.
And big man who can shoot really changes the dynamic of your offense.
It's almost gotten to the point where you have to be able to hit that face-up jumper nowadays. Very few exceptions to that rule.
And with the height to see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man, Giannis continues to flourish as a facilitator.
Brogdon the pass to George. Back to Brogdon. Pulls up. It's rebounded by Portis.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner three now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Jackson comes in for Green. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Washington. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by George. Here's Lopez, going inside, and the dunk by Lopez.
Wow, powerful Lopez making no mistake about it. What a forceful finish.
Brogdon outside. Back to Smart. The Wizards working the ball around now. The tray. That's good from Brogdon on the assist from Smart. Smart's got 3 assists tonight.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
6 to shoot. It's Porter outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
And the Bucks with some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent, and Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Jackson finds Lopez. Back to Jackson. Over in the corner, out of Kumbo. There's Giannis with the slam.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Smart passes to Kispert. It's up a 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 5 assists tonight.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Ball's not loose. Stolen by Smart. To the middle. Lopez with the steal. Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's over Brogdon. Giannis no good. Wizards leading by 6. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Near the three-point line, it's Kispert. Offensive rebound. Holmes kicks to Kispert. From deep. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Lopez passes to Kuzma. And the Bucks miss again.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Oh, great ball movement there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo.
What you love about Malcolm Brogdon is his consistency. This guy not gifted with incredible athleticism, but he's a knockdown shooter. He competes on the defensive end, one of the smartest players between the lines of an NBA basketball floor.
Portis for 3. And Sarr pulls it down.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
For 3, Brogdon. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
2 points. That one goes. Lillard's got 10.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And so it's Malcolm Brogdon making highlights for the Washington Wizards. And he's supplying a lot of their offense with his 3-point shooting. Knocked down 4 from distance in that quarter alone. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Doc. I heard you imploring your team, stick to the game plan and know your personnel. What's that mean?
Yeah, we keep messing up coverages. You know, I get messing up on some guys, but that can't happen, but it did. So we just got to move it forward.
We'll see if the communication picks up. Thanks, Doc. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Milwaukee Bucks.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving away possessions, and that adds up, guys.
Yeah, if they're planning a comeback, better rebounding is where they need to start.
Let's look now and see how teams stack up across the league. It's our latest power rankings.
When I look at Milwaukee, I mean, they've established themselves as a competitive team. They feel.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, guys, Malcolm Brogdon has been exceptional here tonight.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
And Washington has possession. Here's who Brian Keefe is starting the second half with. They've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Coulibaly. Chris Middleton is out there with Song. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 spot. Antetokounmpo passes Lopez. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Don't you love how comfortable Brook Lopez looks inside? Even when he knows contact is coming, he simply goes right through it.
And so he makes both from the line.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And here's Poole for 3. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Well, this is a staple of Jordan Poole's game, folks. This is why he is a volume 3-point shooter.
Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was pick number 28. And, Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class. And I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Poole against Kuzma. Lock at 6. Back to Giannis. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. 11-point game. Champagnie off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Poole against Lillard. Poole no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. In the 3rd spot, the Bucks.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Lillard finds Kuzma. Back to Lillard. Stolen by Middleton. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. And stolen by Lillard. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. That is good, and the Wizards lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Portis.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Poole. Up and in on the layup. Poole's got 22.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Outside Jackson. Middleton against Kuzma. From deep, Giannis. That one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game. Poole against Lillard. Champagnie. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Then for the Wizards, George comes in for Chris Middleton. And Smart subbed in for Coulibaly. The 3 from Poole. And again, Washington no good. Bucks trail by 11. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Lillard misses. Wizards have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Poole. Count the basket. Poole's got 9 points here in the second half.
But Jordan Poole understands angles and English, the ability to twist a ball through the rim if need be.
Porter against Poole. Here's Yacht. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Wizards leading by 13. And Poole gets it to go. Poole's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Lillard is screen on George. Here's Yacht. It's rebounded by Poole.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Basket good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
There's Porter with the 3. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist in this one. Poole with it. Picked up by Portis. Poole no good. Bucks trail by 14. Porter in the corner. The 3-pointer no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
When this young guy is on his game and 100% focused, Jordan Poole unequivocally has the talent to affect winning. And, boy, we know he can come up clutch in big games.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%. So, no doubt, he's pleased with that.
A different look for Milwaukee. Green, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and Trent subbed in for Jackson. Both good from the line that time. For Milwaukee, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Smart against Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And so it's Washington in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Gary Trent is out there with Porter. And it's Green in at the 3.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 7th assist here tonight. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bucks, trailing by 19. Porter's a screen on Smart. Here's Porter. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Poetry in motion. Porter with a beautiful stroke rising up there from mid-range.
Smart kicks to Brogdon. 3-pointer. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Trent. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
We've got a chance to check up on Brook Lopez's status. David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Bucks head athletic trainer. He did tell me that he believed it wasn't a severe injury, so that is good news. Right in the thick of the season, this is a major blow. We'll see how this group of players responds going forward. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Bucks trail by 13. Fast break, Milwaukee. Trent with the wide open look. Rebounded by Smart. The Wizards have gone 1-4 since the end of the third quarter. Hits it down to Middleton. Back to Smart. Brogdon outside. Here's the three. And again, Washington no good. Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And to Kumbo. They get the rebound. That shot no good. Wizards leading by 13. Smart passes to Holmes. Smart kicks to George. For three, Brogdon. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Brogdon's got 20.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon's starting to percolate a little bit, folks. Look out.
The Bucks shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Here's Giannis. Pass to Lopez.
Who's watching here?
To the inside. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, Kyle Kuzma off his feet in a hurry. Nice finish.
Poole, the pass to Champagnie. Back to Poole. A stupendous finish in traffic. 32 points for Jordan Poole.
Well, you like how aggressive he is, making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Lillard, right side. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Here's Poole. And he makes good on the layup. Poole's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Inside, here's Kuzma. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
Kyle Kuzma doing work in the painted area. That's beautiful.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Middleton can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 14.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Wizards.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jordan Poole.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. On offense, here are the Bucks. It's a 14-point game. The drive by Jackson and the dunk by Jackson. For three, and it falls. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to present our player of the game.
And a peek into the locker room. The players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Two slam dunk champs. Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined, but we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. Jordan Poole out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Sarr. And it's Champagnie at the 4. Pass to Holmgren. Now Hartenstein. Dort outside. Over to the left wing. Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren with a screen on Middleton. Williams' shot is good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Champagnie. Over Holmgren. Champagnie's shot is off. Middleton against Williams. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Jordan Poole.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. From deep. The Thunder with the rebound. Their first look at this year's Washington squad.
It was surprising they lost both games to this team last year. You would have thought the opposite.
To the middle. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Sarr.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Here's Dort. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Poole. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And at the pool party, sometimes you get dunked.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. Fires from 14. Off the left rim and out. Thunder trail by 3. Outside, Williams. Here's Holmgren. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Yeah, and certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
BA, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is. Well, we've talked so much about Gilgeous-Alexander's athleticism. This is the reason why, on display.
And that one's good. Poole.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Poole. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Wizards. 3-point lead. That one doesn't drop. The Thunder have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Dort. From undrafted to a key rotational player, Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, BA, he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
Williams has checked in for Oklahoma City. Caruso comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Poole for 3. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Smart passes to George. It's Poole on the wing. The 3 is up. And another miss by Washington.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Williams misses. Washington trailing. And that one's good. Poole. Poole's got 10.
Those are 2 tough points from Poole. Great to see him mixing it up down low.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Caruso. Outside, Williams. Williams, a screen on Poole. The 11-footer. Williams' shot is good. 6 points for him.
And I like when Williams works in these mid-range areas. I mean, such an impressive score.
Poole outside. There's the 3. Sinks it from distance. It's good. It counts at the buzzer.
That's a feel good.
Wow. Whoa. The heave to beat the buzzer.
Woo. That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Thunder out in front, up by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
We've got Chet Holmgren. Alex Caruso is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Harrison Barnes. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Fires the three, and the Wizards with another three.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Thunder trail by 5. Pass to Holmgren. George with a steal. And the Wizards on the break. And he lobs it up. Kispert outside. Launches a three. Sinks the tray. Kispert's got his first 3 points of the game. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And the details starting to trickle in. But for the whole story, let's go to Shams Charania, who's joining us remotely. Shams, what you got?
Thanks so much. Well, it's Motor City making noise today for the Detroit Pistons. They've made an aggressive move to bring in Mitchell Robinson. He can protect the rim and he can get out on shooters. He just has so much energy on that side of the floor. It changes what you can do defensively, and that by itself can make all the difference.
Shams, thank you. Always some intriguing news breaking in the NBA. For the Thunder, Williams has checked in for Barnes, and it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. Sarge checked in for Washington. Chris Middleton comes in for Kispert. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Brogdon's got 9 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Caruso outside. Williams from long range. Rebounded by Brogdon. And Washington with possession. They're on a 12-3 run. Smart passes to Middleton. Brogdon from outside. And again, Washington with a triple.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Barnes, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Holmgren. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game. That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Dort against Brogdon. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. 15 points in the game.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the block.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
George's shot is good. George has gotten his first basket of the night.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, not a good idea to take a nap on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and that athleticism. So much power. Way to get up.
Over to the wing. From deep, Sarr. And again, Washington with a triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Oh, it's stolen away. And he's gone for the lob. It's stolen by Barnes. Back to Brogdon. Pass to Middleton. The three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 6.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And it's Dort off the drive. The kick out to Williams. He buries it from 3.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
4 seconds left. And Brogdon with the stuff.
He's officially taken over this first half, making all the right reads.
What a performance from Malcolm Brogdon. He has been the story for the Washington Wizards. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Right now for Washington, you know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear into every team that has to go against them, Shaq.
You're starting to scare me, Kenny.
Oh, okay. That wasn't scary.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Wizards.
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show it.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And so in the game for Washington, we've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie at the power forward position.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Dort outside. Pass to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander taking it inside. SGA.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Here's Poole. Yep, that one goes. Poole's got 4 points this quarter.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Last season, the Thunder became the youngest team in NBA history to clinch a #1 seed, Brent.
Yeah, how about that? The age average combined last year, 23.9 years of age. And most of their players not even close to their full potential. To have that kind of success and to share in that kind of story means that they have a big-time foundation to build upon, B.A.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Here's Poole. Oh, what a finish in traffic! My goodness!
Willing that one in. Poole taking on all challengers.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out of it. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Wizards leading by 15. Poole, the pass to Middleton. Here's the three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be having 3 of 4 to start it off.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Wizards. And a look now at the Washington Wizards' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks.
Well, they haven't had much trouble recently, but it's always nice to be back home. You get to see your family, no travel needed. I could see them taking their level of play higher in this homestand.
Poole from long range. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Well, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Here in the second half, their offense has been strong. Great ball movement, really working well for clean looks.
Here's Poole. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Poole Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
The Thunder making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. George, he's checked in for Washington. Marcus Smart comes in for Coulibaly.
And if you watch Poole enough, you're really going to appreciate that he can get it done in so many ways on the offensive end.
Washington leading by 15. Sarr passes to Smart. Poole from long range. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Smart's got his 4th assist with that last one.
And Poole has that unlimited kind of range. I wonder who influenced that.
Caruso outside. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. Comes up empty down low. Washington is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Poole from long range. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder trail by 18. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Poole, the pass to Champagnie. Back to Poole. This one for 3. Poole can't get that one to fall.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Smart grabs the miss. Washington leading by 16. Here's Poole. Got it from about 16 feet. Poole's got 26 points.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Jacks up a 3. Williams misses.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line in this one.
And the growth that Shea has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved, but he's adding to his game.
Outside Brogdon. Over Dort. And it's Brogdon missing.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Second shot opportunity. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jalen Williams out there for him. Jalen with an E at the 3 and Jalen with an I at the 5. Luguentz Dort out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Barnes in at the power forward. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
What a jam by Williams, just springing off the floor and throwing it down.
Brogdon, the pass to George. Let's go with a 3. Doesn't go for him. Thunder trail by 14. Caruso outside. Williams from long range. He drops it from range. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
George outside. Pass to Brogdon. The 3 is up. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Smart's got 6 assists now in the game.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Williams passes to Barnes. On the wing, Caruso. Back to Barnes. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Washington. They led by as many as 18. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. And that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. 3-pointer. Barnes, and that's good.
Timeout. Well, when Harrison Barnes makes shots like that, confidence grows. He's feeling it. Teammates are going to start feeding off of that.
For the Thunder, Hartenstein. He's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Barnes. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Caruso. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Let's see if they do, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21 points in the game.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And the Wizards lead by 13.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Champagnie. Champagnie's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Poole. Oh, what an effort by Poole!
And he's absolutely feeling it. There is no hesitation from Jordan Poole.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Putting on the Jets. Jordan Poole is good. Poole's got 34.
Yeah, and Poole does have some tricks up his sleeve. It helps him get around that contact inside.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Here's Dort. That's tipped. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:43 left in the 4th quarter. That one goes in. 23 points in the game.
Slithering around the floor, Gilgeous-Alexander gets to his spot.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Gets the 3 ball to go. Coulibaly's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Pass to Holmgren. Here's Dort. Up and in on the layup.
And Dort has a nose for the bucket.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot. Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Wizards.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jordan Poole.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And Williams punches it home. 19 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Wizards. Here's Poole. Shoots from 12. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jordan Poole.
Be back in a minute. Thanks for watching. back.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. And tonight, and these two teams are both aggressive attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Mark Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Middleton trying to break free. And Poole gets it to go.
Showing his strength inside. Poole muscles that one home.
Bridges outside. Ball feeling it out a bit. Bridges inside. The shot missing. And the Wizards with possession. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it. But one of them has got to win tonight.
Ball with it. Looking at his numbers right now, averaging 27 points a game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. One thing you know you're going to get from Bridges, he can really score.
That has never been a problem for him. He's always been able to put it in the basket. He's got a really good feel and stays in attack mode when he's on the offensive end.
Both free throws good from Bridges. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
And now let's go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Brian Keefe.
In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Drills it from outside.
Well, you can see the work being put in on that particular shot for Bridges, and his confidence as a result is continuing to grow.
Poole misses the layup. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Miller finds Bridges. On the wing, Green. Ball, the pass to Miller. There's Green with the 3. Rebound, Washington. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Outside, Ball. Williams inside. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Wizards trail by 3. Here's Poole. Miller grabs the miss. And so Miller will bring it up for Charlotte. Nice move. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. The Wizards have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Washington shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
For Washington, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Out to the right wing. Outside for George. 6 on the shot clock. Smart passes to Poole. Shoots over ball. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Here is Jeffries. Defended by Kispert. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That is his first foul of the game. For the Wizards, Champagne's checked in, and Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Jordan Poole. Here's Mann. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. Williams, a screen on Smart. Here's Mann. No good on the triple. The Wizards with the lead. Smart on the wing. Defended by Mann.
And if Smart finds his rhythm from range, he is dangerous. He can do a lot of damage from deep.
Brogdon against Smith. Nurkic, a screen on Brogdon. Here's Smith. And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Washington Wizards. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back to the action in just a minute. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
George is out there with Kispert. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Smart. And it's Champagnie in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more help, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Help is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. Miller outside. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Cleveland. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
You know, for the Wizards, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
And the Hornets making a change here. Green's checked in. Kept alive. Williams for 3. Drains the 3-pointer. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Talk about confidence and quick release. Love that Williams wasted no time letting that one go.
We're at the point in the season now, Clark, where teams know what they've got. Talk more about that aspect.
Yeah, you know, it's a good point. You've, at this point, figured out by now if you could potentially do something special as a team, or if you need help to accomplish that goal. So some front offices look to go out and get that help.
And let's get an update now on Miles Bridges' injury. David, what's the news?
The guys, I had a minute to catch up with the Hornets' head athletic trainer. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. This was a team that was struggling a bit, so losing him hurts extra. But they have to cope with the loss. Back to you.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Hornets trail by 4. Now, man, scoreless thus far. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Sars checked in for the Wizards. Chris Middleton comes in for Kispert. Bridges passes to Mann. Screen by Nurkic. Mann finds Bridges. And the Hornets miss again. Washington leading now by 4. In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets Clark have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on the quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And the layup's good off the glass.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Brogdon's got the lead up to 8 now for the Wizards. And timeout by Charles Lee. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Washington making some changes. Corey Kispert's checked in for George. Koulibaly comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Poole subbed in for Marcus Smart. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Ball's checked in for Brandon Miller. Now, here's Nurkic. He's guarded closely. Mann with it. Hasn't made one yet. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Charlotte moving it around. Bridges kicks to Green. No good with the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And Poole gets it to go. Poole's got 13 points.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Nurkic setting the pick for Bridges. To the paint. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Nurkic.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Middleton can't get it to go. For Charlotte, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Nurkic. It's rebounded by Poole. And so Poole will bring it up for Washington. Pass to Sar. Back to Poole. Launches it. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Green against Middleton. Paul with a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Wizards leading by 11. Here's Poole. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. 18 points for Jordan Poole.
It's been one of those nights for Poole. He is on a heater.
Ball from long range. And so it's the Washington Wizards. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, you know, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness.
Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Charlotte Hornets.
I can't see what they're trying to do offensively. Maybe with a little more patience, that shooting percentage will tick upwards.
Yeah, we saw several instances where the guys should have just made the extra pass. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Wizards leading by 13. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
On the floor for Charlotte, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams, and it's Green in at the small forward.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Ball, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Miller finds Ball. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. It's good from long range.
The defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Wizards leading by 12. Here's Poole driving to the basket. And that one, good. Poole's got 24 points.
Nobody can knife through a lane quite like Jordan Poole.
Bridges a screen on Poole. And there's Bridges on the assist by Ball.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's Poole. And he comes up with the deuce. 26 points for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Shots good by Miller.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
Bridges dishes to Williams. Ball, the pass to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Ball against Poole. Ball no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. And we'll see if that's the answer.
Bridges shot. Good.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, this summer we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods, the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, D.A. Thank you. Poole into the lane. That shot misses. Hornets trail by 13. Pass the ball. Ball slams it in.
Boy, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
And Poole gets it to go. Poole's got 33.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Ball finds Williams. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And some changes here for the Hornets. Nurkic checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Tre Mann in for Green. 1:04 left in the third. Nurkic a screen on Poole. 6 to shoot. Here's Mann. They get it back.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Smart passes to George. Holmes kicks to Poole. Banked in off the glass. 35 points for Jordan Poole.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Deep two from Ball. Charlotte again missing. Wizards leading by 15. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here is Poole. He has 35. Good on the three-point shot.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Ball to pass to Nurkic. Now here is Miller. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Miller's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Washington Wizards. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Marcus Smart. George is out there at Corey Kispert. And there's Rashawn Holmes, and it's Brogdon in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Mann gets the bucket. Clark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. It wore me out too, partner. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out there. Relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka. Woo! Yeah, don't make my head spin.
Here's Mann. Pass to Nurkic. Charlotte moving it around. Nurkic a screen on Smart. Mann. Williams finds Bridges. Off target from three-point range. Washington leading now by 15. Kispert, the pass to Brogdon. Green with the rebound. The Hornets shooting at 46%, making some buckets. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 4th rebound in this one. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Fires for 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Brogdon's got 5 points in the quarter.
And a great shot from Brogdon. He's definitely a threat from that area.
Mann uses the glass to finish the layup.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. And then for Charlotte, Mark Williams is checked in for Nurkic. Miller comes in for Grant Williams. And Ball subbed in for Tre Mann. Ball against Poole. And Ball slams it in.
Boy, he's an incredible ball handler at 6'7". LaMelo can get space for his shot practically anytime he wants to.
The drive by Poole. Lays it up off the glass. Poole's got 42 in the game.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That'll be his second foul of the game. Washington on D. Ball from long range. Rebounded by the Wizards. Sawers got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Poole. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Poole's got 44.
The more effective Poole is inside, the more headaches he causes for the defense.
Pass to Miller. Greg, we see the NBA finding players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
George is checked in for Song. Here's Poole. That one off the back iron and out. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Pass the ball. Shoots over Poole. Charlotte no good that time either.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
And there's the drive. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. The three from Poole. The Wizards with another miss. Hornets trail by 20.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Wizards.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jordan Poole.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Now, here's Ball. Takes it off the glass. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Poole. Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Ball kicks to Bridges. Puts the move on. Washington with the rebound. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Poole. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Outside Ball. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That's his third foul of the game. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A quarter dynamite dominant showing in front of the crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Now it's time for our player of the game.
We'll take a short break and be back shortly.